It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. Sitting here in Bastrop, Texas with my boy Russ Bus, and we've got Donnie Nolan in Tennessee. Man, the staff is dropping like flies here. We're missing Tristan, and now we're missing J Love. But the show will go on, must go on. We'll get her done. Got a lot to talk about. But first of all, let's talk about what we're drinking a little bit. Donnie, what are you drinking over there in Tennessee, buddy?
I am still drinking this wonderful Eagle Rare from Buffalo Trace
Nice.
Distilleries that I got such a great deal on. So I'll be drinking on that for a while.
You and Joe Rogan are on that Trace, man. He drinks that shit too on his show. I noticed that.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, if you think about it, they've got some of the best batches out there with Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, Weller.
Yeah.
I mean, they all came from the same place, Sazerac.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
nice. No, I didn't either. Russ Bus.
I'm going back to high school, baby. I got a little Keystone Light.
Speaking of high school, I feel like Russ's girlfriend tonight. I'm drinking Mike's Hard Grape Lemonade.
Oh Lord.
And well, it's left over. From
Did
my wife.
Tiger have an extra thing to give you?
Well, it was my wife who went to the river the other day, and she only had one. And I thought, what the hell? But also, I guess we're just going to just freeball the shots
We're gonna
tonight
freeball the
because
shots.
we used to play a game, drinking game, but we're just going to freeball the shots tonight with a little 1800. Everybody should have a little 1800 in the cupboard. For a special occasion or for any occasion or for any day that ends in Y, I guess, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we got going on. We got any what the fuck moments?
Well, Donnie kind of just touched on mine. My what the fuck moment was the Tiger Woods, playing in that tournament and out driving Justin Thomas, and just doing a friendly prank that we all do to each other on the golf course. If you don't hit the ball past the ladies' tees, you got to drop your drawers or put on a skirt.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you come up short on a putt, and what do you say? Hey, nice shot, and whatever that person's wife or girlfriend's name is. Well, he walks over and hands Justin Thomas a tampon. And it's so sad that that he has to come out and apologize for that shit. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Where are you really that? Is everybody such pussies nowadays? You can't even just have a good joke. I mean, that was my what the fuck moment. I saw that and I was just like, oh my! I just shook my head. Like, fuck these people, man.
Yeah. So this is where it's gotten. I mean, it's golf. It's still golf, and we prank each other on the golf course. I can't tell you how many times guys have unlatched my my bag,
Yeah.
and when you take off, the bag just falls.
Mhm.
And nobody cares if
No.
your clubs are worth $200 or $2,000.
That's right.
You're gonna get
No.
messed with.
You're gonna
it's gonna happen.
Drive over your
Let's
buddy's
go.
ball in the fairway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Talking the backswing.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
I
Be a
think-
man.
Be a man. And the
man.
new thing is that where they talk shit, and I think even Trump was doing it in one of those tournaments over in Dubai, where when you're trying to tee off and they're saying
Oh yeah.
derogatory shit about you, and
Somebody does that on TikTok.
it's hilarious.
It's good. Yeah, I can't believe they did that. I thought it was.
Oh,
I
the
thought
back
it was
back
funny.
off challenge.
Yeah, the back off challenge. Yeah.
I would love to do that. It's where you're just steadily roasting somebody on the tee box.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
I saw a highlight. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was from about 20 years ago. It was Fred Couples and Tiger, and I think it was Annika Sorenstam. They were all playing in some celebrity event, and basically Fred Couples hit it shorter than Annika. And they made him put a damn skirt on. It was on TV. Everybody was laughing. Everybody was having a good time. Nobody got offended. None of these fucking pussy ass bitch motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And here we are 20 years later, and he has to come out and apologize. And I wish somebody like Tiger or whoever would just come out and be like, you know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm not apologizing. That shit's funny. Eat a dick.
Everybody's
You're not
feeling
going to
good.
cancel Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
I wish he hadn't apologized.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's stupid. I mean, just ruin a fucking sport like that. Let them have fun. Regular guys like us. Yeah, whoever's bitching and moaning doesn't need to go to the waste management
No.
tournament. That's for sure.
No.
Anyway, Donnie, what about you? You got a what the fuck moment?
I mean, what the fuck is Jordan giving away $10 million for? I mean, I get it; it's a great cause, but can a white guy get some help? I mean, I'd take about 350. I mean, I don't need 10 million. But seriously, though, that's probably one of the cooler stories that we've had for a while. The biggest donation for Make-A-Wish ever, and Jordan just gives them 10 million. I mean, yeah, that's game changing right there. I mean, that can change so many lives, and it was just cool. I thought it was great, and yeah, he's a billionaire. What's 10 million to him? But shit, 10 million is still 10 million. I don't care what you look at.
Yeah.
Do you think Tristan would think Jordan's the best player ever if Jordan gave him some of that money? Because he kind of looks like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Damn.
Jeez.
Sorry,
Wow, Tristan. That's what you get for not being here. He was gonna try to show up.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he
he's got
didn't.
bigger fish to fry.
So that 10 million, what did he do? What donate, or where did he take that money to?
Make-A-Wish Foundation, the one that helps the kids that are dying.
So
And
Donnie, let me ask you this, bro. How much of that 10 million do you think those kids are going to get?
So the Make-A-Wish Foundation is actually one of the higher ones up there. They're going to get about 80 to 85% of it.
Okay.
So, the other stuff will go to administration fees and stuff like that. But they're one of the better charities out there. I wouldn't give shit to some of them out there. And I mean, some of them are good, veteran causes, but do your research before you donate. I mean,
I
see
saw something a while back where like the United Way and the Red Cross, like it was like 98% of it didn't go to the cause.
Dude, Goodwill. I thought Goodwill was like that too.
Like,
I thought Goodwill was like that too.
what the fuck is wrong with humanity when you can't even have a charity?
I mean, and I don't really give a shit about Goodwill. It's just like when we're cleaning out the garage and shit. Well, Goodwill's the closest thing to the house, so we take it and dump it there.
Oh, you don't go dump your shit in the river?
No,
Oh.
no. What, dude? What is wrong with you?
We just used to dump shit in the river, bro.
Dump your shit in the river.
Yeah,
Wow.
you just back up to the riverbank and you take off real fast and you gun it and it goes downstream. You ain't got to worry about that shit.
Oh my gosh, no. Not even close to that. Well, now you got me all messed up over here. No, you're fine. Here's my what the fuck moment, dude. And I knew it, Donnie, you know it too. Everybody knows it. But Lenny Dykstra said it in his book, and now he's coming out with it. That dude gave a PI, a company, $500,000 to dig up dirt on all the umpires back in the day.
Yep.
And because they're all human, dude. I mean, they're all men. They gamble, they cheat, they whatever. Everybody's got dirt. Well, he did that, bro. And the guy that was interviewing him said, "No way." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You think I led the league in walks 2 years in a row just by chance? I'm not that good."
Now, is the
that's
statute
true.
of limitations up on that? Isn't that a felony? I mean,
No,
wouldn't that
dude.
be considered a felony since people are betting on it?
No, it wasn't. No, because here's the thing: it wasn't blackmail. He said he would just go up to the plate and turn around and go, "Hey, did your Braves cover last night?" And his eyes the umpire's eyes would get real big. All of a sudden, that strike zone shrunk to the size of a cup.
Like, I bet everybody find it interesting that your wife's fucking the gardener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just if you don't think that stuff goes on, but I mean, Major League Baseball does it too. They got caught. I say they got caught. They admitted, because there was an investigation last year or year before, that they used heavier or lighter balls for nighttime games that were on prime time, like Field of Dreams games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why they had higher scoring. They admitted they did it, and nobody cared. I was like, you care about steroids, but you don't care about rigging a ball?
Oh no, bro. So I
Virtue signaling.
when I was coaching it at I was young. It was right out of college. I was coaching at Stephen F. Austin, and we were horrible. I mean, we were just flat out horrible. We didn't have any money to give. I think we could only give like 5.5 scholarships or something. And we're playing all the big wigs. Anyway, there was an umpire that would umpire all of our games. And he would go out with me and my ex-wife, and he'd bring his girlfriend. We'd go out. I'd pay for everything. And he lived right around Nacogdoches. We'd go party, we'd send him beer and everything. And he would help us out all he could. It's just, I mean, there's only so much you could do with a shitty team. But, oh yeah, that shit happens. It happened all the time. I just think it's fucking hilarious. Lenny Dykstra, one of my heroes. I mean, he played dirty. He was just one of those guys.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bro.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I ain't mad at him.
I think personally on that same note, I think that professional athletes should be able to take steroids. If it's strictly for entertainment purposes, and it is, and I know there's a lot of gambling involved, but do you guys even watch fucking baseball anymore?
No, I can't.
I used to watch baseball. I played baseball in college. You did too.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, that was the best thing ever because they were just, these guys were yoked.
Yeah.
And now it's just not.
Dude, that was the funnest time when Barry Bonds and Canseco and McGuire, Sammy Sosa.
And I don't care if his head is as big as a fucking watermelon. I don't care. The dude's yakking balls 500 feet into the McCovey Cove. I mean, how awesome is that? I want to watch that shit.
I'm all about
I say
it.
let them all do it. Let them all do steroids at every sport. And, I mean, if you're playing in the NFL, you're already going to get CTE and die anyway. So might as well.
The other thing I'm for is I wish all these dudes would hurry up with their transgender transformation and get into all the women's sports.
Yes.
So they can start just.
Yeah, I think when the male athlete.
Did you see the did you see the girl that's making the rounds now on
my ex-girlfriend?
She tied Leah Thomas last year in the breaststroke. And she came out and said, we tied for first and they only had one trophy. And they were like, we're going to give it to her. And she's like, well, why is that? She goes, well, we need the photo op. And she was like, I have to change with her. Nobody asked me for consent. He drops his drawers with a penis and we have to be in the changing room with him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's able to win the event and we can't do shit about it. She goes, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. She's like, Title IX is fucking joke. And I was like,
yeah, where are the feminists at with this? I mean, where are they at? This is going to be the death of women's sports if they don't stop this. You're going to get mediocre D-League basketball players, going and buying them a $5,000 pair of fake tits and putting a wig on and going and dominating.
No.
But at least maybe somebody to watch the fucking WNBA.
Yeah.
They start dunking and shit. But.
Well, then they're a dude that's fixing to go to the Olympics and compete as a woman.
But isn't that doping? I mean, shouldn't that be?
Oh, it's pretty dope. I don't know this doping.
I mean, you can't even take certain supplements and be an Olympic athlete. But I guess they give exceptions for, if you have a dick.
I don't think you have to, man. I mean, I just think that you can't have a man competing against women, dude. I mean, it's not fair that, and especially in professional sports, in my opinion.
Sure.
You just can't have that, dude.
Think about it this way. Pound for pound boxer, best ever, is probably Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to let him get in a ring and box with some girls? I don't care who they are right now. He'll still wear that ass out.
Yeah.
Or somebody will get killed. And that's when somebody, and I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's the direction we're heading. Somebody's going to get killed. And by the way, the best pound for pound boxer of all time was Rocky Marciano.
Here we go. White man always bringing up Rocky Marciano.
I get it. I'm just saying now, Rocky's not alive.
No, but it will. Some poor gal's going to be in there competing against some male and a transgender born man gonna really hurt, maim, or kill, and then what?
Yeah.
Well, Dana White's already said that he's not allowing him in the UFC.
He's right. That's why I'm such a big MMA fan now.
Yeah, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I mean look at it even at the college level, bro. let's say a kid goes to Florida State, right? And he doesn't make the baseball team. Okay, well now he identifies as a woman and he goes and tries out the softball team.
Yep.
That dude doesn't even have to crow hop from the fence to get it to the plate.
Correct. But I'll tell you what, he still got to hit. You ever tried to hit off one of the fucking girls?
I'm just saying,
Holy shit.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's a different game. I'm curious to see what transpires. I think it's funny. I do think it's funny. I think it's fucking
It's funny
hilarious.
that people are so deranged that they want to make this shit normal. That's what's crazy. I just, God forbid somebody gets killed.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Dude, where was I going with this? Was I at Steve? Oh no. Dude, the new
South Park.
South Park just came
Have
out
you seen this, Donnie?
with the Meghan Markle and Prince Henry, and I mean they blast those two. To where now they're suing, right?
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have threatened to sue Matt Parker and Trey Stone because, and if you haven't seen the it's all over TikTok. If you haven't seen the episode, Donnie, basically, and I sent it to Rick or told him to watch it today.
Yeah.
They basically go around the world on their private jets, going on late night talk shows, writing books. What was the book called?
I don't even know.
It's funny as hell, but basically just holding like picket signs. We want our privacy. We want our privacy. Look at us. Look at us. We want our privacy. And it basically, they just annihilated both of them. And it's really a microcosm of this society today. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Leave me alone.
But don't look at me. Leave me alone. I'm the victim. Give me attention.
Bro, they did Meghan Markle to a T. Now, she is a B, maybe C class actress. She was in Suits. She's cute, but I mean, she's not all that. She was in Suits. She gets annoying after a while because she has that same, I smelled a fart face, you know? Yeah. She has that same face all the time. Yeah. And, she's cute and all, but anyway, dude, they fucking did the voice and the way she was acting and crying all the time. Oh, it was hilarious. Anybody listening, you need to go watch that. I watched it twice and I laughed my ass off both times. And now these assholes are suing because they got their feelings hurt.
You know what? But you know what? Those guys, and a lot of people don't know that they just signed, I think, another 20-year contract. They are fuck you rich as well.
Oh yeah.
And
South Park's not going anywhere.
Those are two guys that you don't want. It's like trying to battle rap against Eminem or this, and you end up like Machine Gun Kelly wearing a dress.
Oh,
you know,
fucking
you go
hilarious.
Hardcore, but you go after those guys and they'll roast you.
Yeah.
And I was watching an interview with them the other day, and they were like, you know, we love to go to these Hollywood parties with all these liberal elites and these woke ass motherfuckers, and be standing in the middle of the party and go, I love George W. Bush. I think that guy's fucking awesome, just to watch their faces melt off because they don't give a fuck. And they're like, and the thing is about those guys is nobody's off limits. They go after everybody. They're brutal. And I'm a huge fan of that show, but back in the early 2000s, they were going after Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Another one were Prince, Jennifer Lopez, and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Kanye West. There's so many good ones that just and honestly, our generation, we used to let parody, like somebody like Weird Al Yankovic. Parody is a form of flattery. If they're parodying you and they're roasting you, that's awesome. But these young fucks, they don't. That's why they're suing, because they're so fucked up.
Oh, it's hilarious. It was. Yeah, Donnie, you need to see it. You need to watch it, bro.
I'll watch it. I mean, I'll try to watch
that bitch is hilarious. Well, let's go on to some serious stuff. Ooh. Serious stuff. Dude, what the hell is Biden doing in the Ukraine when we've got our own little problem here in Ohio, bud? Donnie?
You know, when I saw it, I was stunned. On President's Day, decides, hey, I'm going to go to Ukraine, talk with them, get them all riled up. just crazy. And I mean, hate Trump, love Trump. He went to East Palestine and brought a shit ton of shit with him. Brought in 4 truckloads of water and basic necessities and was just handing them out. Goes all over town, like walks into a McDonald's, and you should see this shit. Now, granted, he's still Trump. He's still, he's still a little off of his rocker. He's like, yeah, so I probably know this menu better than everybody here. Like,
Right.
come on. Like the people working at McDonald's probably know the menu better, but yeah, just goes nuts and love him or hate him. I mean, hell, he did what Biden wouldn't, and FEMA got out there like the day after he announced. They were like, all right, we're coming. We'll be there. But
so what is Biden doing in the Ukraine? What the hell is he doing?
I think there was more to it. Do you remember last year when Pelosi went to Taiwan just for no fucking reason? There's always a reason. There's some sort of backdoor deal going on or something that we don't know about, and it just is what it is.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't realize, and I know you do, Donnie, that the Ukraine is one of the most corrupt, money laundering, pigeonholing countries in the world. And the Biden crime family has got different investments in different companies.
Would you say the Biden crime family?
Yeah.
Biden crime family.
And they not only that, but they also have other labs like for diseases and things of that nature. And if you remember at the beginning of this, they're not there. Oh yeah, they are there, and they were worried about that. Biden is just feeding them money to fight off the Russians to cover his ass. And I'm sorry, and I may get some hate for this. I wish we would get everybody, not send them another penny. If Putin wants Ukraine, let him have it, because he's only over there to cover his ass. That's my opinion, but there's a lot of facts to back that up.
Sure.
So I heard that, and I think I was talking to you about it, that if this World War III does start, if shit does go down, that Ukraine can single-handedly by poisoning the food, because they're one of the main distributors of food around in that area, that they can get rid of half of the Russian army just by poisoning the food
I haven't
that
heard
they sent.
that,
Have you heard that, Donnie?
I haven't heard that.
No.
but it's believable, because people don't realize. You hear the Ukraine and you think of it as this little country in Western Europe. You don't realize the Ukraine is the size of the state of Texas. It is a massive.
So the thing is that they're one of the main producers of food in that area. Yeah, something like that. That's the way they. Anyway, I mean, I hope it doesn't come to that, but yeah, I couldn't believe it, Donnie, when you text me that today. Biden's in the Ukraine and old Trump's playing golf in Ohio. I mean, not playing golf. He's in Ohio helping out. That's kind of a tough fucking pill to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not very American. I mean, if you think it is, you're just wrong.
Well, it's a slap in the face to those people, and the other part of that is the people in that part of Ohio. It's a very, very working class city. Right. Median income, I think, is around $44,000 a year for a lot of those folks, and a lot of those people in Ohio is a lot like Texas in a lot of ways. And those rural and smaller towns are very right-leaning places. And that county went for Trump. And I'm sorry, but I think that part of that response or lack thereof has a lot to do with the voting base in that country, or in that county, and in that part of the state of Ohio.
Gotcha.
But the fact that it's been 3 weeks and there's been no FEMA, there's been nothing from this administration.
Yeah.
Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation. Donnie, did you see that interview with
I did.
him?
It was just laughable.
It makes you so mad, because he's walking down the street and tells the reporter, "This is my personal time." And this is the same guy that literally, when he first got put into place in his position as the transportation secretary, took 6 weeks off because his partner adopted a baby, so he took paternity leave for 6 weeks. This is the same guy overseeing this. What the fuck?
I don't care about that. I mean, that's here or there. The problem that I have with him is he just makes it like it's not a big deal. He goes, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, there's 1,000 train wrecks a year. Why is this one special? Motherfucker, it's spewing vinyl chloride and it's killing people. I don't know what the big deal is. Maybe get your fucking head out of your ass and do your job. Oh, wait, you got something else stuffed up your ass. You can't do your job because of that. So
It actually makes my skin crawl that literally we are so divided, like the Grand Canyon, when it comes to left and right in this country. There's no compromise. And so literally they would rather these people die or suffer or get cancer. And I think Aaron Brockovich even has
then admit that they've done wrong.
Yeah. And
Aaron Brockovich?
Yeah, she showed up and is
the real one.
The real one.
She's still hot?
No, I don't think so. She's
no,
my bad.
No, she's not hot anymore.
Doesn't matter, dude.
No, it doesn't matter.
I mean, she's like 70, bro.
But yeah, she's definitely not hot anymore. But you know, the Ohio River is a major water source for a lot of the East Coast and the Midwest. I'm sorry, and it's not that far from Washington. But this cocksucker flies over to the Ukraine, walking around saying we're going to give another $500 million for whatever. How much money have we sent them so far in the little over a year? Because it's only been about a year.
Yeah.
How much money have our tax
we
dollars
designated? Yeah, we designated a lot, but they haven't given it out yet. It's still, the fund has still got like 70% of the money in it. They haven't spent a lot of it.
I don't want to sound heartless, and I feel bad for the civilians and the people in the Ukraine, but we cannot just keep being the world's piggy bank.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was like, we're going to make sure your Social Security and your pensions and everything are funded. And I'm like,
yeah, like,
but
we're talking about getting rid of our Social Security,
but we're going to fund theirs. That sounds like a great idea.
I know. It's treason. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's treason. You're abandoning the American people and taking the foreign citizens and making them the priority while spending our tax dollars. I mean, I pay an ungodly amount of taxes. I know you do too, Coach, and Donnie, I'm sure you do because you're self-employed.
Yep.
And the fact that they just it's not a big deal. Here's $500 million. Here's $40 billion. Here's some tanks. Here's some rocket propelled grenades. Whatever. They don't care.
Well, didn't y'all bring it up a couple of months ago in this podcast that when Biden gave the Ukraine, I don't know how many millions, if he'd done that here, it would have fed and taken care of all the homeless vets in the states or something like that.
Wouldn't have got all of them, but it would have really made a big fucking dent. I mean, things like that are huge.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you think about the stimulus checks they were getting out a couple years ago, and how much of that money was it for stimulus and then for all these other.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't forget.
I didn't get one either. But
the only stimulus I get is from my wife every now and then.
All these stimulus packages that they were doing, and the majority, 95% of it, was nothing but pork barrel stuff that they're doing for special interests and other things, and only like 5% of that money was going for these stimulus checks. And now, guess what? The bill's due. So go to the grocery store and get you a $7 dozen eggs or $12 gallon of milk.
You know, I was kind of iffy about the stimulus check because really, I mean, I didn't get one. I know you didn't get one, but I mean, I sold a lot of vehicles because they were that was their down payment money. So anyway, hey, Donnie, I need you to define this because I have no idea. And maybe the people listening don't know. What does dissolution and merging of China, Russia? You text me that today. Talk to us about that.
So they're basically, Russia said, all right, we're done with START. If you don't know what START is the nuclear proliferation treaty.
Get your mic closer to you, bud.
Sorry, it's the nuclear proliferation treaty that was signed back in the 90s. And it's strategic tragedy of something, whatever. Basically, it says we're not going to make any more nuclear weapons. Like, Russia and the US aren't going to make any more nuclear weapons. So thanks, but we're gonna stick to, no more nukes. Well, when that happened, everybody was happy. Now because of Biden showing up in Ukraine, Putin was like, we're backing out of START. That means he can start enriching uranium, or he's saying, hey, I'm going to start enriching uranium and making nuclear weapons again. I'm not set on this many nukes, and I'm willing to use them. And then China said they're going to go into a coalition with Russia and form an alliance, basically, the super team. And Trump said that this was going to happen. He was like, if Biden's elected president, well, you can guarantee that Russia and China are going to team up because Biden's a weak pussy, and he said it, and damn, now it's happening. So
It's huge.
It's huge. But yeah, I mean, it's going down.
Well, the other thing, and Donnie, you probably recall this, that back in the early 90s when the USSR dissolved, Ukraine was part of that, and Ukraine had a stockpile of nuclear weapons, and I believe it was Bill Clinton. It was after Bush 1, basically signed an agreement with Russia that Ukraine would give all their nukes to Russia. So not only does Russia have all of Ukraine's nukes, and now they're attacking Ukraine, and so we could end up in a nuclear war with them using nuclear weapons that we gave to them back in the 90s, because that's how stupid our leaders are in this country. It's insane.
Yeah. It's real.
I hear you. I'm fixing to jump into. Go ahead, Donnie.
We'll see how it works out. I mean, but basically, China is teamed up with Russia, and you can guarantee Ukraine and Taiwan will both fall by the end of the year.
Really?
Oh yeah, we won't be able to stop that. Like, they'll roll through and blitzkrieg it now, because Russia has already been gearing up for this second phase. If you go back and look at Russia's history, they always lose the first phase. They do. It's like they walk in with discombobulated plans, and then the next thing you know, they come in and roll. So he's gearing up, and I expect it. Once winter breaks over there and everything hardens up again, he'll roll through.
Well, and what China and what Russia are both doing, and I know you know this, Donnie, they're already switching all their private sector manufacturing over to wartime manufacturing, just like we did during World War II, where a lot of their factories are manufacturing military vehicles, their guns, ammo. They're gearing up for a fight, and we're over here worrying about equity and inclusion in our military. And that's the scary part. I mean, I know what kind of superpower we are capable of being, but we're not a superpower with the Biden crime family running our country. It really is scary. And Trump did call. I remember exactly what you're saying, Donnie. He called this and it's funny because if you go back to some of his rallies back during the election in 2020, every fucking thing that Trump said was going to happen has happened. Yep. And that's what's scary. And there's still people walking around going, I love Biden. At least he's not Trump. He doesn't tweet me and shit. I love paying more for gas. I love inflation. Don't you love inflation? I love inflation.
Yeah.
Inflation's awesome.
Oh. All right.
Hey, let's have a little break in here. Have a little drink. Get ready for a little FMK. Cheers, everybody.
I need to pour another one then. I'm out.
I gotta grab
Let me do that now. Let me clear my throat.
All right. Give us the FMK, then go grab a
All right. So, because Coach, you probably are going to have to look up. Donnie won't have to. But Coach, you may have to use your internet machine over there.
I will.
Okay. We're going to do hot politicians. Now, I will say, with my right-leaning bias, it was hard for me to find, because there are some hot Democrats out there. I ain't going to lie.
Okay.
But I didn't pick any, so I'm going with, and they're were in office or are in office. So first one, going with Lauren Boebert. Now you know who Lauren Boebert is. Mm-hmm. Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota. And this one's not a Republican, but she's no longer a Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep.
My beer.
Who's going first?
Oh, well, I'm still looking for.
Oh, okay.
What do you say the last one was?
Tulsi.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi.
Gabbard.
Uh-huh. You ready, Donnie?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Oof.
So I'm gonna go with killing Lauren Boebert. She's cute. She is, but she makes some weird faces sometimes, and I just can't deal with that. So, and she's the least hot of the three. I'm gonna fuck Christy Nome, and she's probably a little hotter than Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi's getting a little older, got the gray hair, streak coming down. But damn, I'm gonna marry her because shit goes south, she's got your back. Like she'll break out the fucking AK and roll with you. Like she's like, I got your six, motherfucker. So yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that.
Okay, dude, you said her name. I brought it up, and I see her on TikTok, and I listen to her, and it is such a turn on. I'm gonna marry that Bobert chick, and then with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
Have you seen the shitter on her?
Whew.
Holy fuck!
She got a fart box,
she got
huh?
a fucking
Oh
fart box
dang!
on her, bro.
All right, give me Mary Bobert. I'm gonna fuck that Gabbard chick and the gnome. She's gone. Kill her. So fuck Gabbard, Mary Bobert, and kill gnome.
So we're gonna be, I think in the history of FMK, we're not gonna have any consensus here. Okay.
Oh wow, I like it.
So I am going to, for the reason that I just stated, I'm going to just take Lauren Boebert to Pound Town. She's a little 5'2" firecracker with a shitter on her. And I'm just gonna smash the shit out of her, but she's probably got too much attitude to marry.
Oh no.
I'm gonna marry Christy Nome because you should Google her a little more. She's a little older now. I think she's in her 50s.
Ooh, nice.
But an absolute smoke show. Just beautiful. Her eyes, her face, very hot. She rides horses. She's like that governor on Yellowstone that goes to the rodeo and shit. And I think Tulsi Gabbard is pretty hot, but she did run for president as a Democrat a couple years ago. So I'm gonna have to kill her, but I do like where her head's at these days. And head being the key word.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that Bobert chick, dude. I know I'm going deep here a little bit, but she looks like the chick that comes out of those meetings, and you goes home and she keeps her hair in the ponytail with the glasses, and she puts on the black boots and brings out the whip and turns on. She's got that room, that not panic room, that you know what I mean. And she'll tie you up and beat the hell out of you.
Oh, I would let her do it. I'm telling you, bro, if you can ever get a shot of that ass, she's got a great ass. And you know what's really cool about and Donnie, you probably see this when Beto was running for president a few years ago. That's how she ended up getting into office. When he was running for president a few years ago, she was in Colorado, and Beto was making this speech out at some outdoor town hall, and she comes up to the mic as a civilian. She says, "I'm 5'2". I'm a mom. Somebody breaks into my house. You're not taking my gun. I'm going to shoot that son of a bitch," and just goes off on Bet and just roasts him. Do you remember that, Donnie?
Yep, I do.
It was so sexy. Holy shit, it was.
Wow.
Love them conservative women.
Dude,
Hey, would you guys ever date like a liberal chick, like a super like woke?
I married
chick?
one, bro.
No, you're not. She's
Dude,
not
you didn't
woke.
meet her when we first
I know,
met.
but she's not woke, bro. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
I don't even think Donnie's here with us right now.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I mean, I'm hard passing that. I'm not marrying a woke chick.
Dude, did you know?
Yeah, it's
Hey.
like she's a 10, but she voted for Biden. -50.
Yeah, hard
Right.
pass.
Hard pass.
I don't know, bro. I would. There's a lot of things that have to go. I mean, it's not just. I don't know. I can't just.
I'm not saying fuck
Not
one.
just.
I'm saying
I'm not a hard pass guy on that,
date
but
one.
we'll see. Hey, do y'all know what John Wayne's real name was?
Francis.
No, Marion Morrison.
Oh, that's right. I knew it was.
You know where he went to college?
No.
That's a weird name.
USC.
Wow.
He went to USC, dude. He did play football. He was a surfer, bro. I heard this. I was listening to a pod. Oh, it was Bert Kreischer and Dana Carvey, and I heard it. So I went and looked it up, and he was, dude. You talk about one big yoke son of a bitch.
Oh, I believe it.
John Wayne wasn't a small man at all, like at all.
No, he's a big boy.
Marion Morrison.
Marion Morrison. I didn't know that.
Some about him riding a horse with a cowboy hat named Marion.
Yep.
Just didn't
Didn't
fit.
work.
It
No,
didn't.
that's not gonna
It
work.
didn't work. But
Hey there, Pilgrim.
he-
I'm Marion. It wouldn't have worked.
Hey there,
Yes,
Pilgrim.
dude. That's crazy. John Wayne was
Hey,
married.
cheers to John Wayne, though, bro.
Oh yeah, oh, he's a badass. Cheers.
That's crazy.
Marion. Yeah, I knew it was like a very feminine name that he had.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. I can still sit back and watch those old westerns. I watched Two Mules for Sister Sarah the other day. I was just sitting at home, just drinking beer, watching that, and I'm like, man, these are still good. I mean,
I could watch his westerns.
yeah,
I can't just watch a western. So, my mom's husband, he's a great guy. You met him, Joe.
oh yeah,
Every time we walk, that's all he watches is westerns. Like he puts it on that whatever the Western channel is.
yeah.
And he'll just sit there and watch it, and then he'll leave and go do yard work, and it doesn't matter. He just loves watching the westerns all the time, and I sit there with him and I try, but I can't unless it's a John Wayne movie.
Right.
I can't do it.
Did
Or
y'all-
Gunsmoke.
Oh,
Gunsmoke.
yeah,
That was a
Gunsmoke's good.
That was a good.
Yeah.
Y'all, because I have several. Of course, my family's is
You're white. We know you're white.
Yeah, I'm white. I had uncles, several uncles. My grandfather, same thing. Like that generation, they just loved watching westerns.
Yeah.
And you kind of get caught up in some. I'm the same way, but like I can watch a Clint Eastwood movie. I can watch John Wayne. Some of them though, I'm just like, this is fucking corny as shit.
See, to me, dude, and here's don't roast me or you can roast me. I don't give a shit. Clint Eastwood.
Don't roast me, but roast me.
Clint Eastwood, good movies, but I think it's just too much of the like the eye and I just think it's like too much of that, and that's why it's hard for me to watch
Oh,
that.
I love it. He's there with the guy with the caskets. He's like, I'm gonna need 2. Better make it 3. It's fucking great.
Yeah, but he is the reason why I bought a poncho when I was in high school.
There you go.
I did wear a poncho in high
You
school
didn't buy a
because
poncho because you're Mexican. I thought you got one of those at your quinceañera.
no, and guys don't have quinceañeras. You freaking racist
I'm not
dumbass.
Mexican, I don't know.
No, the chicks have quinceañeras. We don't.
I really didn't know that.
Our dads just take us to Boys Town in Mexico and get us laid when we're
You get
15.
to see a donkey show?
Yes, I actually did. It was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my
I don't
life.
think I would want to see a donkey show.
No, you don't want to. I promise you. Also,
You don't want to.
Also, the other show
What if that's your girlfriend? How do you follow that?
with a saddle and a brand.
Bridle up.
Dude, the other thing I saw, this is no lie. The other thing I saw is this chick pick up a roll of quarters. She sat on a roll of quarters, picked it up, laid down, and started shooting them one at a time.
Oh,
True story.
I'm in on that.
True
Can you
story.
imagine?
True story.
She's a professional Kegel.
She gives you change. It was disgusting. Boys Town is disgusting. I'm just telling you. Back in the day, that's what we did. Anyway, sorry, or no, I'm not sorry for all that. Hey Donnie, next week I want to talk about Scientology.
Okay.
I saw Leah Remini was always one of my on the hot list.
Yeah.
I always had it.
Yep.
Saved by the Bell.
That's where she started. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
You saw that interview on TikTok, I'm sure.
And I went back and I watched the podcast. I went back and watched the podcast. But I saw her documentary also on Netflix. So it was there was a whole thing. But yeah, I want to talk about Scientology because that dude, and I'm talking about God, what's his name? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is, and she talks about him and what's the other one?
Travolta.
Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, all them dudes.
Tom Hanks, Travolta.
Yeah,
was way
Travolta's the
deep
other
in it.
one. Yeah, I want to talk about
He was
that.
way deep in it until his wife died.
I want to talk about that a little bit because man, them fucks are crazy. But we'll
Sounds
do
like
that.
a plan, sir.
We'll do that next week.
A lot of people, like, speaking of Tom Cruise, how tall do you think that dude is?
5'6".
He's
maybe?
like 5'5".
Yeah, he's like a little short
5'5",
fuck,
5'6".
but he's always this he's Jack Reacher. He's Maverick, which Top Gun Maverick was fantastic, by the way. But speaking of South Park and Family Guy, I think it was Family Guy that did a show with Tom Cruise, and basically he goes up for an interview and he has to go and stand up on a box before he gets on camera. They're roasted. It's great.
Yeah. That is good stuff. Hey, I also heard this, and I want to go. I didn't get to watch the podcast, but I want to go watch it. Steve-O said that, when he was going through his rehab stuff, that he heard a guy. He said, "I never suffered from alcoholism or drugs until I quit taking drugs and drinking alcohol." He said, drinking and drugs. That's not the disease. It's the remedy for the disease. The disease is centered around your mind, and the people with this, they have to. The disease is restlessness, irritability, and discontent. You basically hate the skin that you live inside, and so people need the drugs and alcohol to soothe that pain, and how they do it with drugs and alcohol. And he said, and this is why I want to go back and watch the entire podcast. He said, the way I got over it and how I was taught it was called the inventory process. You take inventory of everything that makes you uncomfortable. She said, you talk about a radical transformation, like just everything from people to things to places to just all kinds of stuff. It's just a radical move. And I was like, dude, that makes sense. Drugs and alcohol, it's not the disease, it's your mind. It's just like the fork doesn't make you fat.
It's your coping mechanism.
You do.
Yeah, well, I mean, how many times you have a rough day or something bad happens in your life, and the first thing you want to do is go get you a drink because it numbs your sensories and your senses, and it makes it's easier to cope for most people. Now there's other people that it makes worse, but and like for Steve-O, like I watched a documentary on him a while back, and a lot of those what's his name, Bam Margera.
Yeah.
But in Steve-O's case, he did so much. Like, we all laughed; it was hilarious. All the Jackass stuff was fun.
Yeah.
I found it humorous.
Yeah.
But how many injuries those guys sustained doing things like that? I can see why they develop pills and alcohol addiction and drugs, because god dang, you got to be in some pain. Now these guys are in their 50s. Fuck. I mean, I'm not as old as you guys are, but I'm in my 40s, and every time it gets cold or these little nagging things that I got hurt when I was younger, shit, it hurts. Can you imagine? Having multiple surgeries and just different injuries that they would break bones and tear ligaments and multiple concussions. So I get it.
It's the coping mechanism. It's not the problem. I mean, now granted, I'm sure if you have an addiction issue, you're going to be addicted to anything, but you're probably getting addicted because you're trying to cope with something, or at least
after a while, that's how you become addicted. But I thought it was so poignant, and then it wasn't that so much because we kind of understand that, but it was when he said, and his eyes got real big, and everybody was like, "Holy shit!" When he said, "Take inventory of everything in your life that makes you uncomfortable." Holy shit, bro! Like, think about how many people you would stay away from now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even your job.
Yeah.
Maybe even the town that you live in. I've had friends that have moved out of here because it's just not, it wasn't good for
Too
them.
much.
I mean, you talk about something fucking radical, man. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
I'm pretty impressed with how intelligent that guy actually is. Like you think of him as this idiot that gets tasers strapped to his balls, or getting run over by a bull. But the guy is actually pretty intelligent, and he's completely turned his life around.
Well, they all have to be, you know, fairly intelligent to know or to get out off of that or whatever. I mean, these guys. I don't know. That's just me. But ready for one more FMK? We'll call it a night.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Oh, my bad. Let me do this. There we go. I think we're boring Donnie, so let's go ahead and get this
No,
done.
I'm sitting here watching the game.
What you got?
You're
All
not
right.
boring me.
So we're gonna go average looking female athletes. And first one we're gonna do is Leah Thomas. I'm just kidding.
Jeez, here we go. Nice.
All right, sorry. Danica Patrick, Lindsey Vaughn, Ronda Rousey.
Ooh. I'm ready.
Go for it.
I'm killing Vaughn. Fuck that bitch. She should have let Tiger have all the pussy he wanted. I mean, he's the fucking goat.
He's the goat.
He's the goat. You gotta let the goat have as much pussy as he
Who's the
wants,
last
so.
one?
Ronda Rousey.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
bang Danica. I'm a little worried that she's just not a good driver. I mean, I've seen her drive. She's never won anything, so fuck that. And I'm marrying Ronda Rousey. Like I said before, same with Tulsi. She got my back. She's down to throw hands.
Yep.
You get into a situation and she's like, "Let's go, motherfucker."
She might actually save your ass.
So yeah, I'll that's my 3.
Okay. Fuck, Mary, kill. Let's see here, dude. I just can't with Rousey. I mean, I know she's hot and she's a turn on, but I just can't. I'd kill her. I'm going to the Vaughn chick. I'm just gonna fuck her. I can't marry her because she was the goat's wife, dude. I mean, I can't compete with a goat in any way. I don't think.
Maybe he's got a small penis.
No, he's half black. He's got to be huge. He's got to be hung. But I that's why I'm fuck Vaughn, and I'm gonna marry Danica because with Danica you have a chauffeur,
Yeah, that's true.
and
But
she's
you don't
cute.
have to-
She's
But she's
have
gonna
to drive
drive
everywhere.
good.
so marry Danica, fuck Vaughn, and kill Rousey. All right, your turn, big boy.
All right, so I am going to, and I'm going to say this before I start. Lindsey Vaughn, out of the 3, is the hottest.
Yeah.
But we've all had the ex-wife or the girlfriend that after you start dating them for a while, stops putting out. So for that reason, bitch got to die. She got to die.
She just got that look, doesn't she?
Yeah, you're
She
done.
ain't putting
No, you're not. You're not. Yeah, fucking no. You're false advertisement. I'm gonna bang Danica because she just kind of plain looking to me, and so I'm gonna bang her. It'd be fun for one night. And Ronda Rousey, I just like her. One of the things that she did when she was fighting in the UFC, and they were talking about this equal pay for women, saying she was like, I disagree with that completely, except for me because I sell all the fucking tickets.
Yeah,
I love that. I fucking love that. That, and if you see, like, look at her weigh-ins and some of the things when she'd show up in her little bra and panties,
Yeah.
sexy little hammer. So I'm gonna marry her. She probably end up whooping my ass one night, but that's fine. I'll take it for the team.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. We're not even close to this. None of us are even close to the same tonight. We're kind of all over the place. I like that. We are still waiting on what's going on with the defunding the police in Austin, and that's kind of died down a bit, or taken a back seat, maybe on purpose. I'm not sure.
Did you see Seattle said their defund the police didn't work and now they're having to go back on it?
Really?
Came out
Shocker.
Yeah, it came out today. Pretty crazy.
Well, that's a shocker.
mean,
It's
What
kind of
you
like,
mean-
it's
you mean
kind of,
defunding the police doesn't
Yeah.
fucking work?
Yeah.
Come on now. You
Dude, it's-
gotta be kidding me.
kind of like those the sanctuary cities. We're going to bus all these illegals, and now they're coming out with how much it costs to bus illegals and house them. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, we got to do.
All of a sudden, they're worried about how much shit costs.
Yeah. I mean, come on, bro. You got to be better. You got to be better than
They're
that.
they're
Drop
not
them
worried
off
about
at
how much
Martha's
shit
Vineyard.
costs.
It changes their attitude.
You got to be better than
They're
that.
not. Yeah, they're not worried about how much shit costs. No idea.
No idea.
I mean, come on, guys. Hey, I hate electricity. So in order to bust every breaker in my house, I'm gonna go stick a fork in the fucking light socket, or in
Let me
the
know how that
plug.
goes for you. Let me know
Yeah,
how that
how's
goes.
that? How's that gonna work for you?
Yeah.
Well, murder rates and rape and auto thefts in the city of Austin, Texas, the auto thefts have gone up exponentially. And in this area, we're in the car business. I've had several people that come in I had one yesterday.
Mhm.
Car was stolen, Austin, Texas. Just, hey, I ran into the gas station and I go in, there was a line, I come back out, my car's gone.
Mhm.
But there's not enough police. These people are brazen. And you look at like San Francisco and Minneapolis and all these cities where they've got rid of cash bail, they've defunded the police, they've depleted the police force, you've put basically handcuffs on the police, and now they're walking into Walgreens, they're walking into Walmart, they're walking into all these places and just take thousands and thousands of dollars of merchandise. And now these businesses are saying, fuck this, we're leaving, we're out.
Yeah.
Could you not see that happen? And how could you think that's going to be a good idea?
Did you see the guy that was cutting the catalytic converter off and got ran over?
What?
So
What?
a big thing right now is cutting catalytic converters off because they're full of plutonium, or not plutonium, tungsten and all this other shit. And you melt it all down. So each catalytic converter is worth like $200 or $300, and it takes like 30 seconds to cut it off with a sawzall.
I did see
but-
that, Donnie.
A guy was cutting it off, and somebody got in the car and ran over his ass and killed him.
Wow. I can't
Guess-
say good for him.
Guess what his family's doing?
Suing.
Bingo! We
Oh
have
my
winners.
gosh.
Play stupid
You
games,
win a prize.
win stupid prizes. I mean,
He fucked around and found out.
do you
There-
deserve to die for cutting off a catalytic converter? No, but come on.
Does he deserve to be maimed for
I
stealing?
mean, how many times do
Yes.
you? I know the defense is going to be like, Judge, let me ask you. So, how many times when you get in your car, do you peek underneath and see if there's a vagrant underneath your car cutting your catalytic converter off?
Never.
The answer would be fucking zero, boys and girls.
Right.
Correct.
Nobody ever fucking does it. And if you say you do, you're full of shit.
That's right.
Honestly, dude, though, I mean, imagine it's dark wherever you are, and you're walking to your truck and you see your hood open. You see
It's not hood. You get up underneath it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
The catalytic converter's near the muffler. You literally just crawl up underneath the
right behind
car.
your muffler.
Nice.
And trucks are the worst.
Well,
I took
diesel
mine
trucks have these things called particulate filters that are also worth a ton of money, like thousands of dollars. So back in
If y'all are listening and don't know what the fuck they're talking about, I don't either. So go ahead.
0708, the federal government mandated that they cut down the emissions on the diesel exhaust trucks. That's why a lot of the manufacturers changed the motors. But they put these particulate filters in there that have, like what Donnie's saying, all these different chemicals or different types of metals that reduce the amount of smoke that comes out of these vehicles. And I worked up in Temple, Texas at the time. And one day we came into work and there was like 50 of them missing. They went in and just took like 50 of them, and it was over $100,000 worth of materials that they took out of our trucks. It's insane.
Dude, it was before I started working, before you too. How many acres do you think we have out there?
13.
We've got 13 acres of dealership, right?
Okay.
We used to have way before COVID, we used to have like 2,000 new trucks or new vehicles, and we used to have 2,000 to 2,500 new vehicles scattered around the dealership, and then 200 used, so about 2,500 new in one freaking night, bro. Somebody went in there and put every car, every truck on blocks and stole every tire, every tire on every car. 2,000 tires. Oh no, what would that be? Two times four,
8,000
tires.
Yeah.
But they were really nice and kept all the cars and trucks on blocks.
Well, back then, like this area is growing so fast. Now there's an apartment complex and a gas station and all this stuff. Back then it was a fucking field, and it would have been easy pickings for them to just somebody that knew what they were doing to just get it. And I think we had security back then too, and they just didn't.
Yeah, they had. I think that was a problem. They couldn't prove it, but we've got one rent-a-cop that drives around out there at night, and they thought that he was in on it. They just never could.
Sure, he almost had to be.
Yeah, 8,000. I mean, who doesn't see that? We've got a few lights out there too, but I thought, man, these guys are freaking good, bro. In one night, that's
crazy.
Yeah, they should be in NASCAR anyway. But fellas, you want to leave the people with something funny or something?
I'll let you guys
serious?
go first. I've got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Donnie?
Funny or serious?
I will, because I've seen.
Go ahead.
This week, of course, Tristan's going through something with his friend over there. My wife lost a brother last week, and I know we keep saying it. Be good to people, treat people right, hug people, and all this. But you just never know, man. You never know what's going to happen to anybody the next day. So yeah, treat people right. Don't leave anybody in your circle, in your world, with a bad word, with a negative word. Always be kind. You can say I love you as much as you can. You can hug as much as you can, but don't take this life for granted, because one day you can be kicking ass and taking names and having fun, and the next day you'll be gone. You will be gone. So don't take for granted your life or anybody else's life. Appreciate it, love it. Things may not be going your way, but that's okay. You've got the day. You've got time to fix. Just grasp the day for what it is, and don't take it for granted. Love everybody around you. Go ahead, Danny.
I got a few things. One, if there's a study, and the great thing about studies is you can get a commission to study. If you're in a fucking university or something, you can get grants to study anything. But they did a study that said whiskey improves your skin health. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm willing to be a participant in the study the next time they want to study. So
call me, I'll fly over there, bud.
Call me up. I'll take care of it. Everything, we're good. But the really big thing that I saw today, which was just completely funny. So we think that we are the sexual century, or not century, but era. We're the sexual era, right? Like the amount of toys, porn, everything. Like we're the sexual era, right?
Right.
They discovered something a while back, and they've been re-examining it. They found a 2,000-year-old dildo. They found human juices on it, and it is shaped like a penis. And so yeah, they were making dildos.
They find it in Coach, they found it in your
wood.
closet.
He said juices.
Out of wood. So maybe that's where the slogan came from. I've got wood.
And she's got splinters.
And dude, how would you? I can't imagine that. Like they did a big examination. I saw it. I'm stunned. I'm like, what? Like
that's amazing.
Make it out of marble or something. They're like,
the
your old lady goes to the gynecologist. Goes, I'm pretty sure this is oak or mesquite. I'm not sure which one it is.
Dude, could you imagine if she goes too fast, she can start a fire?
Like, at what point did somebody think, hey, baby, I need you to go to the woods, cut down a tree, and make me a bigger dick because you ain't got it.
No, bro. Here's what happened: is they went, two chicks from joining caves went berry picking, and they're like, "Man, I'm horny." Whoa, look at that! Look at that branch. Well, maybe if we do,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
It's
the
crazy.
possibilities are endless
the
on that.
movie
So.
It's
Castaway
crazy, but I
with
mean-
Tom Hanks, if he needed to make fire faster, he should have figured that shit out. I don't know. I mean,
Dude, it's crazy, but it looks just like a fucking penis. I mean, the base is still a piece of wood, but you can tell it's a penis, and it's about 7 inches. So
awesome.
maybe they went
And
back
them
and back.
women were smaller back then too. What a whore that was. She must have been a real
Roman
slut.
times. Roman
Wow.
times. They were getting it on.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
We didn't even know. We didn't even know.
We are Sparta. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna have to look that
I
up.
guess
Now
if-
you're gonna have me researching.
I guess if you were a woman back then, it would have sucked to live in the desert.
Wow, Russ.
So, listen, if to all these young guys, we always bag on Tristan and all these younger folks. And when I was younger and a single man, if I could go back and do some things differently, I would. And one of the things that I would do is wait until I was probably in my 30s, and I would have bought a house, and I would have moved into a neighborhood with a lot of hot young MILFs, single moms, and I would have got me a basketball court in my front yard, and all the neighborhood kids, it'd be like that movie. What was the one with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock? Pain and Gain.
Oh,
You know,
painting
where
game,
they're-
painting game.
Pain and Gain, where they're, this is basketball and they're doing those things. Make all these kids, you're cool, they look up to you, and then bang all their moms. And then after you bang all their moms, sell your house and move in the middle of the night and never call them again. Be a man.
Be a man.
Hey, I'll give you one better, and you can make money doing it. You guys that are listening right now, especially some of you in your 20s, because you can still make this happen. Go to college, get you an education degree, and go teach at an elementary school. Because the teachers and the moms at an elementary school, OMG. Dude, when I went to my first job,
Teachers these days are freaks.
my in Laredo, my first job, I was teaching at a middle school with my buddy we were assistant baseball coaches at the high school, but we taught at the middle school. We'd get there. Our middle school started like an hour before the elementary that was right across, and we'd go sit at the practice baseball field that was between the two schools, and we watch these moms drop off the kids. Ooh, the moms!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, the mom of a fourth grader or fifth grader?
Oh, yeah.
You kidding me?
Late 20s.
Jeez.
Ooh, boy.
So yeah, y'all need to go. Y'all want a job? Y'all want a good job? Yeah, go work at an elementary school. You got.
I mean, in these days, for these young 20-year-olds,
They're all over TikTok too.
yeah, and the yoga pants, holy fucking shit.
Shut your
I
mouth,
mean,
bro. I mean,
Lululemon, hello.
Lululemon.
holy cow.
Lululemon is a game changer.
Oh.
Making flat asses look round all day long.
Absolutely.
Oh, back in my day,
Rockies.
they were called Rocky Mountain jeans
Yep.
for the girls. Oh,
Yeah, they didn't do it right with the workout clothes back then, but they've got it down now.
Yeah, well, back then they didn't give a shit about working out. But anyway, well, guys, thank you guys thank everybody for listening. Hey, go to Spotify and especially YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, and subscribe. Leave some comments. Let us know. We're trying to build a following. Also, we're on TikTok. Go follow us on TikTok, and then get the word out. Let us know what you want to listen to, what you want to hear. We'd love to have you on too. You can call us in and get on there. But thanks for listening. Another Wednesday. Donnie, thank you from all the way from Tennessee. And Russ, I guess we're gonna have another beer after we get off here and chill out. But guys, Whiskey and Wisdom After Dark. Thank you. We'll be back next week.